board the bus to Yasna Polyana.
Peter, maybe you can add?
What would you like me to say, sir?
What do you think of the bus, Fred?
Hey, it's white.
It's white.
We're off to Yasna Polyana after somewhat of a delay.
How long?
It's been probably 3 or 4 hours. We've been sitting in the lobby, and the bus finally arrived, and the delay was a flat tire, and it took a while to fix that. Peter tells us that it's quite a process to fix a flat tire here. And that's all, I think, for now. Котик, миленький котик наш. Лежит и спит.
Tired.
Потерял колес!
The Tula Kremlin was erected in the early 16th century between 1509 and 1520. Unlike most of the Kremlins in Russia, like in Moscow, Novgorod and other cities, it was originally built of stone. While the wall was being constructed, of course the danger of enemy raids made the people of Tula also construct the wooden wall. And the two fortresses, the stone one and the wooden one, coexisted for a rather long time. You can already see the Kremlin wall and the domes of the Assumption Cathedral, which is in the Kremlin. For a long time it used to be the main cathedral in Tula. And now we have entered the main street in Tula. Now it's called the Lenin Prospect, but in old Tula it was called the Kiev Street. The place where Tolstoy once met Pushkin's daughter, who was the model for Anna Karenina, and well, actually, of course, he visited that building rather often. Actually, the obelisk you can see from here, 3 baronets, is commemorating the victory over Hitler. I mean, the victory in the World War II. At this place, right at this place, was the line of the defense of Tula. You know, the defense of Tula lasted for 45 days, and it really saved Moscow once again. I've mentioned just something about arms production, but it was not the only traditional trade in Tula. The others were, for example, the production of original Tula gingerbread, samovars, and accordions, which were really very popular all over Russia, and some of them are even known in other countries. Now we are crossing the river Voronka, which is the northern border of the Yasnaya Polyana estate.
Hi, we've just stopped at Yasnaya Polyana, Lev Tolstoy's estate, and we're about to get a tour. I'm going to spend a few hours here.
Perfect. Johnny, first impressions.
Very beautiful, picturesque Russian countryside. A lot of what you see in the art.
Kids swimming.
Kids swimming. It's a beautiful sunny country day.
It's perfect.
What were they saying?
Yasnaya Polyana. That stone that you see in front of you is the foundation stone that was set when the ladies' Strength and Unity Choir was here in, what, last year or 1999? 2 years. 2 years ago. And so now the folks are cleaning the ground, and this is where this bakery cafe is to be constructed. So now you know what we've been trying to do together with those boys. We have 3 representatives of the men's choir here, Walter Campbell and Fred McCorduff and Joe Nazareth. They were doing their concerts to raise funds for this. Other people have generously donated. And the idea is to set up a bakery cafe to service the millions of visitors that come here. Because as you know, the service industry is not that well established here. And at the same time, as a conscientious and historical payback to the assistance that Lev Nikolaevich Tolstoy gave to the Doukhobors in their immigration to Canada in 1899. Unfortunately, Vladimir Tolstoy, Lev Nikolaevich's great-great-grandson, is the point person for this year. The ladies that are with us, Sienna and Anya, are not too aware of developments related to this project. But I think it's very good because back home when we do our fundraising, people always ask, did they start building? Did they start building? As if they're waiting for that to happen before they think they should contribute. Well, as you see yourself, they are clearing the site. I'm not sure if this is the actual beginning of the construction, but at least they are clearing the facade for the site. So, when you go back home, tell your Doukhobor friends and neighbors that, yes, things are moving on this project. This project was started in the centennial of our migration over here, and the idea was that all conscientious Doukhobors contribute $100 per person in honor of the 100 years that went by since Lev Nikolaevich helped our people come to Canada. Okay? Not in this one here, but the one on the right.
In the time that Andrew Edwin II, he was he made a wonderful career that he did. He held very high Persian military positions. And besides everyone in St. Petersburg knew him as a man who was very well read, well-educated, had extensive years of
I should say that nothing changed here since the last year of his life, 1910. As if when he left the house forever, all the things remained in their old places, and all of them, without any exception, are original things. That is why being here, you can really feel as if you were in the atmosphere of that time and that epoch. And sometimes, of course, it may seem that Tolstoy at this very writing desk, which had belonged to his father before. Almost all of his works were written at this desk, because whenever working in Yasnaya Polyana, Tolstoy worked only at this desk, no matter where his study was. And all the things on it are just the same and even arranged as a bedroom of accounts at all, but still it characterizes Tolstoy in the best way. He really was sure that simplicity in everything is the best for people, and everyone should lead a simple life, because luxury is not
This was the secretary's room. Here lived and worked Tolstoy's secretaries. He had secretaries in the last years of his life already. In this picture you can see him with Nikolai Gusov. It's one of his secretaries. Then in 1910 here lived Valentin Bulgakov, the last secretary. And it's the photograph made in 1942, just this room after the occupation. Yasnaya Polyana was occupied for 1.5 months in 1941 in autumn. And this house was actually turned into the barracks for the German soldiers. And before they left the house, before they left the estate, they set it to fire. And it was saved only because the people working in Yasnaya Polyana at that time noticed the fire very quickly, and the Germans had to leave the place very quickly because of the Soviet army coming up. And so the fire was stopped also very quickly. But of course the house was greatly damaged. Of course all the things had been evacuated beforehand. They were kept in Tomsk, in the Tomsk University. And only in 1945 they returned here, and they were put exactly in their old places. These bodies stood right here, and really thousands of people were here on that day. About 6,000 of people came to Yasnaya Polyana. Many of them came here on foot, because the trains didn't stop at the nearest railway station, because the government was afraid that Tolstoy's funeral could turn into the demonstration, and that is why the trains even didn't stop. Года 3 тому назад была.
Where are we at? What are we doing?
We're having dinner near Yasnaya Polyana, maybe about 4 or 5 kilometers away, near the river. I can't remember the name where everyone's swimming because it's a very warm day.
Cool. Воронка.
We just had supper near Yasnaya Polyana at an outdoor restaurant, and it was excellent. There were actually 8 courses served and some incredible food, some just amazing food. There was eggplant and olive oil. There were pieces of tomato and cheese and a very spicy mayonnaise sauce that was quite tasty. We had soup, and we had stuffed red pepper. Very well. We ate very, very, very well. We're quite impressed with it.